What's up, people?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Welcome back.
This week's series of videos is brought to you by John Wall and Mike Jenkins. Beach balls.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have here, we're back to real, actual educational real estate videos.
For this
here.
week, at least.
For this week, yeah. We had another idea, but Mark said no, we need to give people tips and tricks on how to survive this real estate market.
Everybody's talking about real estate. Everybody hears it on the news. It's the hottest seller's market, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Is that really true?
Can you palm this ball?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a beach ball.
Oh, that's impressive.
It's a beach ball.
Surprising. Here's the thing. It's a tough market, especially if you're a buyer.
Yep.
It's a hard market to navigate, can be if you are a seller.
Yeah.
So we have some tips that are going to get you through it. So I think we're going to start with some buyer. Every day we're going to give you a tip.
We got to stretch this out.
Yeah, and you don't want to hear us talk for more than a few minutes. So
True.
Today let's start with the buyer.
Okay.
All right. So first tip for today is if you're a buyer, set your maximums.
Set your know your limit.
That's right.
Know your limit. And then we were sort of discussing as we were coming up with these topics, maybe look like a good considerable distance under it to start.
And why would you want to do that?
Well, because you know that if you like the house, a lot of other people like the house, and that house is probably going to get bid up.
Correct.
So if your max is 300 and you offer 300, you have no room for.
You're not going to get the house.
You're not going to get the house.
Yeah.
Someone's going to offer 310, 315. We've seen 50,000 over.
Oh, it's not even a big deal anymore. Yeah.
So if you're at 300, maybe look at 265. The quality in house is going to be a little different, but it leaves you that room to get it and then do the work that you want.
And that's a good point. So by knowing your maximums, knowing your numbers, knowing all your limits going into it, because you've sat down with the lender and you've done all this stuff already, and you've talked to us and you know where you're looking, but just understand that the level of house has shifted. Everything costs, one level more now.
Right.
So if you were looking for, a single family starter home in the 3 to 350, that now may only get you a townhouse. So you really have to adjust your expectations based on those maximum limits.
That's a good point.
Because every house in a decent neighborhood is going to go over list. The
And
list price means nothing.
That's where I'm seeing, I'm glad you brought that up, that's where I'm seeing most of the frustration.
Yeah.
From people who have been looking for a while, even before this craziness.
Right.
But wait a minute, 6 months ago, 350 got me a split level in Lutherville.
Right.
Now, 450 gets you that split level.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge sort of culture shock for buyers
now
coming
350 gets you a townhouse in Mays Chapel if you're lucky.
Yeah,
right.
That needs work.
Right.
So, like Quincy said, know your numbers, be realistic. If 300 is your max, you have to be looking at 275 max.
Or be willing to put in a lot of work into the house.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right, let's stop there.
I think
come
that was
back
a good
tomorrow.
One. Great.
Again, this week's series of videos brought to you by John Wall Beach Balls.
.com.
All right, bye.